Scene 1A, take 9.
Ready.
So after months and months of planning, writing, developing the idea of this film, it was finally first day of production. The first day of production started out at Sandy's convenience store, which was a local convenience store where we were shooting the first 2 scenes. They actually let us shoot there for free, which was super amazing. So this was not only actually the entire crew and cast first time being on including myself, being on a full actual set like this. It was a really fun and amazing experience for this film, and to be on a set like this as a first time, and the entire crew and cast working for free, and the crew just jumping into this, helping me, because I would not have been able to do this by myself at all. So I really want to thank the crew, but also the cast especially.
So turn and then turn. So like turn your back turn and then you turn around. Alright, here we go. Camera rolling.
Scene 1A, take 7.
Excuse me, sir? Hi, over here. Yeah, we're trying.
So after we shot the opening scene inside the convenience store, we went outside to the parking lot, which is when we faced kind of a big problem with sound, which was because there was a highway right next to the convenience store that we were shooting at. It didn't work too well, but we found an alternative. There was 3 parking spots, the side of the convenience store that was like kind of in the front but also to the side, and it actually worked really well because it blocked the sound from the highway, but it also gave it still like a parking lot look. And we were able to shoot that with Tate and Josie, who are the lead roles, and they play Jack and Emma in the film. And so we got that film done, then we were actually 40 minutes ahead of schedule, which was kind of relieving for me because I had been stressed all morning and all week too about this. So we went ahead and had a lunch break. So while the cast and crew were having a lunch break, I actually drove around for a little bit because I needed to find the road for the next scene, which is the hunting scene. There was a problem because it was around like 1:30 now, and we had to drive about 40 minutes into the mountains to find this isolated road that I originally had planned out, but there was a no trespassing sign on it. So that was unfortunate. So we had to drive further into the mountains, about an hour now, to find this other road, which worked perfectly. It was a little busy, but we managed to get around it because it looked isolated.
Alright, all good. And 3, 2, 1, action.
How bad is it?
Radiator's busted.
Are you serious? I told you to check the car before we left.
Well, that costs money. Money I don't have, Emma. It was perfectly fine on the way up here.
Yeah, well now look where we are. I have.
So we went ahead and set up for the shots, but it was around 3 o'clock now. And the thing about shooting the mountains is that the sun sets a little earlier because when it goes behind the mountains, it gets dark. So it's not like it's setting on the horizon. So there was a problem with light because we needed to shoot Arthur, or Jerry, who is playing the role of Arthur or the hunter. We needed to shoot his hunting scene and another scene with Tate and Josie, but we were running out of light and we only had an hour of light to shoot 2 scenes. So after a bunch of stress and resolution, we came up with the idea that we will shoot the hunting scene the next day when we're up at the cabin. And then that night, we decided to film the ending scene too, which is what I had planned on the schedule. It got dark around 5, which worked perfectly because it wasn't too late and no one was really that tired. But it was freezing. It was freezing in the mountains up there. It was so cold.
If Josie messes up, I'm gonna break her leg.
And action.
And so it was fun. It was an experience. It turned out good actually, and I got the shots I needed. And then the second we were done, we got out of there as fast as we could. And yeah, that was a wrap up on day 1.
Oh yeah, you gotta know.
So now we're moving into day 2 of production, or the final day of production. We started shooting at 9. Everyone showed up at the cabin. We started framing up the first few shots, and then we went ahead and shot the scene where Josie and Tate, or Jack and Emma, meet Margaret for the first time.
Well, hello there.
So yeah, that was actually a really fun scene to shoot. Margaret is actually played by my grandmother, who has 0 acting experience. She acted in my other short film, Unveiled. That was just like a short little, silly film that I wanted to film. So after we filmed that porch scene, we moved inside, which was nice and warm, thankfully. And we shot the table scenes where they have a conversation, all 3 of them. And then we shot part of Jack's scene where he finds the photo of the white deer. But we actually had to stop shooting because we had to move on to our lunch break. After our lunch break, we had to shoot the hunting scene, and then after that, it was around 1 o'clock again. So we had to move on to our next scene, which is Jack goes outside to get the firewood because we had to film when it was light out. And then that's when it hit me. We didn't film the scene where Jack finds the photo on the dresser, which is a very important scene. So we had to push it back to the night. We had to figure out this way to light the cabin, making it look like day without it looking like night. And so what we did is we took my light, my big powerful light, and we put it on my C-stand and we extended it like as high as it could go. We shined the light from outside. You can kind of tell in the film, since I'm explaining it, you probably wouldn't notice if you didn't know, but now that you know, you might notice. So you'll notice in the dialogue scene with Jack and Margaret that if you look subtly, you can see that there's no sunlight coming from the window and blinds when there was. But yeah, we shot that final scene. It was finally a wrap on Where the Snow Runs Cold. I can't thank anyone enough for helping me support on this project, between donations and people working for free. So yeah, I just want to thank everyone. Thank you so much for supporting me in this film. It really means a lot to me. So the film will be released on this YouTube channel on February 2nd, and that's when it will be available to watch for everyone. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and peace.